Hello! I am back once again with another tier list. Today I won't be focusing on a video game tier list. I will instead be focusing on a television show. And the television show that I will be focusing on today is South Park. Now, I'm a pretty big South Park fan, I would say. You probably already knew that through my channel avatar, but I thought I would say that again for clarity. And today I'll be focusing on my favorite part of South Park, and that is the characters. Now, South Park has a great cast of characters. That's what makes the show hilarious. There are some very funny, very enjoyable, great characters in South Park, but they aren't all great. There are some duds in the mix. So today I'll be doing a tier list of all the characters. I hope you all enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get on to it. So we're going to start off with a bit of an unfortunate one. We're going to start out with Chef, who is no longer a part of the cast. His actor, the story goes that about South Park made fun of his religion, and he was pulled out because of that. Not sure on the exact details. I don't want to spread false information, but that is what I've heard. So he hasn't been in since season 10. The premiere of season 10 was where they killed him off. But for the first 9 seasons that he was a part of, he was a great part of the show. He was basically the person that the 4 boys looked up to for advice. And most of the advice that he gave was pretty dang funny. He was a very funny character, a very enjoyable character. It sucks that he's no longer a part of the show. So if he was part of the show for this entire, since the very beginning, and now he's still part of it, I might put him in S tier. But fortunately, Chef isn't a character anymore. He's dead. So, yeah, let's put him in A tier. And then you have Satan. Now, if you never watched South Park, you probably would expect Satan to be the most evil character ever. You know, he's Satan. He's got to be. But that is not the case. And the biggest example of that is in the South Park movie, where Satan sings a Disney princess song. Yes, you heard me right. He does do that. And he's a great part of that film. He brings a lot of great comedy throughout his parts. It's a shame they killed him off. They had Man Bear Pig, who represents global warming, kill him off recently. So I don't know if they'll bring him back. They might not. They might. But Satan, he's a good character. Wait a minute. I just realized that I have C and B switched for some reason. Let me do that. Sorry about that. Okay, Satan, I'm going to put Satan in B tier. That's why I'll do that. And then we have Gerald Brothelovsky. Now, for most of the series, he was just kind of there. He had some good moments, but he was basically just the father of Kyle, the husband of Sheila. He wasn't really had much of a personality. But then, in season 20, they thought it would be a very good idea to make basically the main character of season 20, because he had like the main story arc. They decided to make Gerald basically the main character of season 20. And yeah, that didn't really work, in my opinion. Maybe it did for you, but for me, I don't think that was the right call. He didn't really work the whole trolling storyline. And he was just kind of a jerk during the season. He basically blackmailed his son into being a troll. He got all the blame from his mom. So yeah, he was just kind of a jerk, and he made a woman kill herself, which isn't very good. So yeah, I might have to put Gerald in D, because season 20 sucked as a season. And one of the reasons why is because of Gerald and his whole trolling arc. And then we have Heidi, not very good character. All of like she, I think, introduced in season 20. Maybe she was in season 19. I haven't watched all of season 19. But she's basically just like the perfect human being. She dates Eric and kind of ruins Eric's character. Really did not enjoy Eric that much in season 20 and 21. And Heidi is part of the reason why. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of Heidi, as you can tell. So I have to put Heidi in D tier. And now we have the first character that we're going to put up in S tier. We have Eric Cartman, the funniest character in all of South Park. Probably one of the most funniest characters in all of television history. I think he's funnier than Michael Scott. I think he's funnier than Homer Simpson. Funnier than Peter Griffin. Eric Cartman is friggin' hilarious. And if you don't think so, I don't even know if you know what comedy is. I really don't. So Eric Cartman, great character. He's just a total a-hole. That's his character. He's just like the most horrible human being in the history of the universe, and that's what makes him such a great character. It really is. So Eric Cartman, gotta put him in S tier. And then we have Token. Token, he's a fine character. Didn't really have much development. It's unfortunate. Sometimes he's just used as a joke, which is unfortunate. They could give him some more character development. But yeah, Token's fine. Doesn't have much of a personality, unfortunately. So I'm going to put Token in B tier. Then we have Wendy. Wendy is like the straight woman. She doesn't take crap from anyone. I like the time when she beat up Eric Cartman. That was very funny because Eric deserved it, because he deserves everything that comes to him, because he is a total a-hole. So Wendy, yeah, Wendy's fine. I'll put her in B tier. And then I gotta capitalize these two. Dang it. I'm sorry. There. Looks perfect. Then we got Mr. Hat. Enough said. Then we got Jimbo. Jimbo, he was a pretty, big character in the first couple seasons. But then he's just kind of not really done anything. I know he was in the pandemic special where he got COVID. And he was used as, basically a plot device in the special. But yeah, in the first appearances, I really like Jimbo. But it's unfortunate they really haven't been using him that much. So yeah, I might have to put Uncle Jimbo in B tier. And then we have Kyle. He's basically used as the straight man to, Cartman's antics. That's basically what he is mostly used as. He's also used as to be made fun of mostly. Because Cartman does not makes fun of Kyle for being a Jew. That is a lot of Kyle, but you know what? I find Kyle relatable. I feel like I see myself in Kyle. So I like Kyle. I think I'm gonna put Kyle in A tier. He's got a lot of character development. He's gone through a lot. He was originally gonna die. What was it when Kenny died permanently? Apparently, it was originally going to be Kyle, which I don't know why they would kill off Kyle. That doesn't seem like a good decision, in my opinion, but they thought they would do that. But they changed their mind, which I am glad about. So now we have Mr. Mackey. Okay. Sorry for my cringy impression. Well, I think I do a fine Mr. Mackey, but probably not. I probably sucks. So, Mr. Mackey, really fun character. Really like his voice. Sounds very funny. And he's had some really good moments throughout the show. Whether it's him just saying stuff, I liked his song in Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. And he's just a fun presence. He really is. So I'm going to put Mr. Mackey in A tier. And then we have the goth. This is one of the goth kids, but I'm just going to say he represents all of the goth kids. And I'm putting the goth kids in D tier. I really do not like the goth kids. None of the episodes that they're in I found funny. The episode is Goth Kids 3 Dawn the Posers. That's one of my least favorite episodes of the entire series. It's just not good. Really not good at all. And so, yeah, the Goth Kids, they're just... I guess I'm just not a fan of goths. So if you're a goth, not a fan. Sorry. I should probably know your personality. So, so Goth Kids, I'm going to put in D tier. Not a fan. Lighten up for a change. Then we have Mr. Hankey. It's Mr. Hankey. Oh my gosh, no. I'm sorry, I should not have done that. You probably just died of cringe. Mr. Hankey, sorry. Mr. Mackey and Mr. Hankey. Well, they're both going in A tier. I know not a lot of people would put Mr. Hankey up there, but Mr. Hankey is a great character. He's an inspiration, really. What he said in his first appearance, Mr. Hankey the Christmas Too, it's just so true. It's just so true. And he's very funny. He's very funny. Like when he attacks Eric with just looks like Kyle threw a poo at him, but no, just Mr. Hankey just attacking him. And yeah, so we don't see him that much. He's basically just there for Christmas, but whenever he's on screen, he steals the show because he's just a talking piece of poo, and that is funny. So Mr. Hankey goes in A tier. And then we got Cartman's mom, And, yeah, she doesn't have that much of a character. She's basically just a punching bag for Eric. So she doesn't have that much of a character. I'll just put her in C tier. Wish she would stand up for herself more, because this is why Cartman is the way he is, which I guess that's good. It's because of her that Cartman is such a funny character. So thank you, Mrs. Cartman. Then we got Kenny. I think I'm going to have to put Kenny in S tier. I know people think, oh, he's just a kid that dies all the time. That's all his character is. No. That is a lie. There is so much more to Kenny. Kenny got a job. He made money. And you know what he did with that money? Do you think he bought something for himself? No. He bought a doll for his sister. How sweet. And also, he made this villain Mysterion. You know what he did as Mysterion? He protected his sister from bullies. Kenny, we should all be like Kenny. Kenny is a friggin' inspiration. And also, Kenny, at times, can be friggin' hilarious. So, yeah, I really like Kenny. I know he hasn't had much a character of late. They kind of misuse Kenny. They don't really show him that often. But unfortunately, in the vaccination special, he became much more of a centerpiece. So I hope that continues. I hope they keep showing Kenny more, because he deserves it. He really does. Then we have Tweek. I really like Tweek. I think I can relate to Tweek quite a bit. I get nervous about everything, and I don't freak out as much as he does, but yeah, I see myself in Tweek a bit. So, good character. I liked him in my favorite appearance is probably Put It Down. That's a really good episode with him and Craig in it. So I'm going to put Tweek in B tier. And then we have Clyde. Clyde, he hasn't really had much of a character. I would say most times he's had character is his mom, I believe, died teaching him to sit on the toilet or something like that. So yeah, that happened. And also, there's the episode where there's a list of like the cutest boys, and then Clyde is number one, and then he just becomes a total D-word during that episode, which is kind of funny. So I'll put Clyde in C tier. Maybe if he was used more, I would put him higher. Then we got Tally. I will not be doing a Tally impression, because that one is friggin' horrible. So Tally, he's gotten a lot more character as of late with the whole Integrity Farm situation. So yeah, I like Tally. I think I'll put him in B tier. Tried getting his shoes. Couldn't get them, unfortunately. They sell for a lot on eBay now, so I am not going to try and get them. So Tally, he's fun. That episode, like his own episode, wasn't good at all. That was a really bad episode, but other than that, all of his appearances have been pretty good, so I'm putting Tally in B tier. Then we got Butter's dad, Steven Scotch, and I'm putting him in D tier. Why you mean to friggin' Butters? The nicest human being on the planet. Why would you do that? You are a total a-hole. You are a total jerk, and you, sir, deserve to burn in hell. I know I just got upset about a friggin' cartoon character's dad. But, yeah, this is why I am who I am. This is why. So, Steven Scotch, screw you. You belong in D tier. So, yeah. Total jerk. We're gonna go to Ike next. So, Ike, he's fun. He's had some good moments. Not a whole lot. He's good. So, not a whole lot to say about Ike. He is a Canadian. Canadians are great. So, yeah, I'll put Ike in B tier. Then we got Stan. To be honest, Stan is probably my least favorite out of the four boys. I know a lot of people wouldn't say that, but he's just kind of generic. He's supposed to be just the leading character. And you know, it's kind of weird that he's like the leading character, because when you think about South Park itself, you don't really think of Stan. You probably think of Cartman, his dad Randy. You probably think about. You don't really think of Stan, but he's in the first season. He's kind of posed as the main character, and then as the series goes on, he's kind of just no longer the main character. Kind of just goes to other characters. But yeah, Stan, he's fine. He's fine. He's had some good moments. So yeah, I think I'll just put Stan in B tier. I know that's a bit controversial, but that's how I feel. And even more controversial, Randy Marsh. Now I gotta be honest, you guys, not a big fan of Randy Marsh. Here's why. Does he have some good moments? Is he a funny character? Yes. but they have overused him so friggin' much. The whole Integrity arc just basically took over an entire season. They even changed the intro, and in my opinion, it wasn't that funny. Him selling marijuana, I didn't find that entertaining. So, and then I didn't like what he's doing in the pandemic special, and just through most of his appearances, I just don't find Randy to be that funny. It's just probably because I'm a kid, or yeah, I guess I'm still a kid. But maybe when I'm an adult, I will find him to be more funny of a character. For now, I just don't find him to be that funny, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to put Randy in C tier. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry for all you Randy fans. Then we got Sheila Broflovsky. She's just meant to be the antagonist in most situations, like in the South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. She was basically the main antagonist, if you don't count Saddam Hussein, who I guess probably was. But yeah, she's just meant to be like a jerk, like she's meant to be the B word, as Cartman describes her as in the hit song, Kyle's mom is a B word. I won't say the word, because this isn't monetized, but if it ever becomes monetized, I don't want it to become demonetized. So yeah, I don't really like her. She's just a jerk. And I know they're villains like I enjoy, but for her as a villain, I just don't enjoy her, so I'm going to put her in D tier. And then we got Craig. Now, Craig's main character trait is he just gives people the middle finger, which is awesome. I wish I could just go around to people I don't like, and I don't like a lot of people, so I wish I could just go up to all the people I don't like, and I could give them the middle finger, but I don't have the balls to do that. So, yeah, I wish I could be like Craig, but I can't. So Craig, he's a very funny character. For that reason alone, that's very funny. It's very funny. So, I like him and Tweak when they become a couple. That's cool. So yeah, Craig, I'm gonna put him in. I guess I'll put him in B tier because he's good, but I just wouldn't put him in the upper echelon of characters. And then we have Timmy. Timmy's great. Timmy is great. So yeah, he was introduced. And he has just done a lot of funny things. I like the episode where Jimmy's introduced and then Timmy just tries to get rid of him. There is much more to his character than a person would probably think about. He has a lot to his character. And I really like Timmy, so you know what? I'm going to put Timmy up in A tier. Timmy. I had to. I'm sorry. And then we got Ned, I'm gonna put Ned basically in B tier with Jimbo. He was funny too. I liked how he's got like a voice box, and that is cool. So, but like Jimbo, he hasn't been used a lot. The last time I can remember him being used is when he got taken away by a man-bear pig. So they just use. That's what I don't like sometimes with these characters. They just use them as plot pieces. Like they use that with Satan. And they basically used that with Mr. Hankey when they had him like substitute for like Roseanne, I believe. So I just don't like that they've been doing that recently with the characters. Don't like that, but yeah, so let's put Ned in B tier. Then we have Mr. Garrison. Now, Mr. Garrison has been the character that has gone through the most throughout the entirety of South Park. So first of all, he was a man in the closet who didn't come out as gay, and then later on he came out as gay, and then he became a woman, Mrs. Garrison, and then he became a man again, and then he became the President of the United States. So quite a lot of character development. He was enjoyable throughout most of it. I gotta be honest, I did not really like him as Donald Trump. I didn't find him that entertaining. He was just kind of a jerk throughout the entirety, and I'm glad he's just Mr. Garrison again. So I'm glad about that. But through most of it, I've enjoyed him. I have. I think he's had some really funny moments throughout the entirety of the series. Him and Mr. Hat, great combination. He's not as good as Mr. Hat. Mr. Hat is just absolutely incredible. But Mr. Garrison, I think I'll put him in A tier. Like, I know I didn't like him as president, but he's just been such a fun character outside of that. So I'll put him there. Then we got Jimmy. Jimmy is the creator of what I believe is the greatest joke ever made. So if you haven't heard it already, I'll tell you to it right now. Do you like fish sticks? Do you like to put fish sticks in your mouth? What are you, a gay fish? I know. It's absolutely hilarious. I tell everyone on the street the joke. I tell every girl I meet the joke, and they just run away. They run for the hills. They don't look back. And that is why I'm single. But Jimmy, I think Jimmy is really funny. I do. So I'll put Jimmy in A tier with all of these great characters. So now we got Terrence and Philip. I guess that they haven't been used a ton. Their main appearance was in the movie where they sang Uncle Effer, which is a great song with so many F words. But yeah, I think they're I don't think they're very funny. I guess I should watch the episode where they star in it, but I heard that wasn't a very good episode, so I don't know. I think I'll just put them in B tier right now. I should probably watch the episode. So, yeah, now let's move on to PC Principal. He was the replacement for Principal Victoria, the former principal, and I think he is a much better improvement. He is much better. So, yeah, he's very funny. I like the PC jokes. They can be very, very funny at times, and I really enjoy the PC Babies, too. Parody of the Muppet Babies. Really funny stuff, so I don't think he's there for A tier. Maybe if he gets more and more development, since he was introduced in season 19, so he hasn't really been around for a very long time. But I will put him in B tier. And then next up, we got someone who's going in S tier, Butters. Putting in Butters into the series might be the greatest decision that Matt and Trey ever made, because Butters is just, we got all these 8-year-old kids, like, Eric Cartman. Eric Cartman, I've never met an 8-year-old like Eric Cartman. He is a fictional character, but Butters just represents like an average how a normal 8-year-old kid would be. And they just put Butters in this absurd world like South Park. And it just is a very, very funny combination. And so you can see here, that's from the episode with he gets a ninja star thrown in his eye. And just, it's so funny. It's so funny. Professor Chaos is absolutely hilarious when Butters tries to do evil things and it doesn't work. That shouldn't be funny because it really shouldn't, but it really is. It really is. Butters, very funny character, and the combination of him just being in the world of South Park is just hilarious. So yeah. And then I had to throw him in. I had to. I couldn't help myself. You have to put in, finally, Kyle's cousin, Kyle. Now, Kyle, I believe, has only been in one episode. I know he was in the video game, but I only remember him from the episode where he comes to town. And I just think he is really, really funny. I don't know why. He's just a total geek, just the biggest nerd you've ever seen. It makes me look like a football player with how much of a geek he is. But he is just, I think he is so funny. I really do. I think he is so friggin' hilarious for some reason. He's had one appearance. But, yeah, I'm putting him in A tier. I'm sorry. I just think he is super friggin' hilarious. And so then this is my list. This is my list of my South Park tier list of all the characters. Not all the characters, just the ones I could really talk about. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Comment, like, and subscribe. Ring the bell. Do all of that stuff. And I'll see you all later. Goodbye.